Welcome everyone to my budget picks video, and in this video I am going to feature a very budget team for anyone who hasn't really started PvP yet, or if you are low on dust you can use this team. This team has Gyarados, Togekiss and Typhlosion, and remember to unlock Togekiss when it is a Togepi. If you do that, it's going to cost like 10k dust. If you don't, it's going to cost 75, so remember to unlock your Togepis. And every single game I lead with Gyarados, and here I am facing a Swampert. Now this is a very positive matchup. Hydro Cannon and Earthquake won't do very little damage to Gyarados, and Swampert has to shield the crunch. So I picked Gyarados and Togekiss because number one, both are very budget picks, and number two, they can counter Giratina quite well. And both forms of Giratina, both Origin and Altered form, they can counter very well. So he switches to Clefable, and Clefable is a threat to my team. So I switch to Typhlosion, and I go for Blast Burn. He shields. Charms are doing a lot of damage. So here, I don't know how much Meteor Mash will do, but I still shield because I need my Typhlosion. But he goes for Dazzling Gleam. So I charge a little bit more, and then I go for Blast Burn because I know he's going to come back with his Swampert, and I don't want his Swampert to farm my Typhlosion too much. So if his Swampert tries to farm, then I will go for Blast Burn, but he comes back with Giratina. This is the altered form. Now I personally prefer the origin form because of Shadow Ball, but both are I guess really good. So now I know my Togekiss can run free against his team. This is a Dragon Breath variant. Even even an ancient power at this hill will not KO Togekiss. Togekiss in Great League is very frail, but as you go up the tiers, Togekiss becomes surprisingly tanky. And he just has Swampert left, and he would go for Hydro Cannon. I shield here because I want to do as much chip damage on that Swampert as possible. So I go for Ancient Power. I should have gone for Flamethrower, but the Ancient Power more energy efficient, so I go for Ancient Power. Or I could have tried to charm him down too. Yeah, I could have charmed him down if I didn't use the charge attack. So Togekiss, you can just use a hatch Togekiss. Gyarados, you can get like 140 150 range Magikarps. They are very common in the wild, and there was a Magikarp event very recently. You don't need to have the best IVs because my Togekiss here is ranked 2500. It is a 98% from an hatch, so you don't need to have the best possible IVs. You can get away with any IV as possible because this video features the most budget picks. So here facing Togekiss is bad for both Gyarados, so I switch to my own Togekiss, and he switches to Sceptile. I don't remember the last time I've seen Sceptile, so I'm thinking this might be a friendly plant. I don't remember the Fury Cutter account. He goes for Leaf Blade. This wouldn't have KO'd my Togekiss. So Sceptile doesn't resist counter. It doesn't resist charm because it doesn't have that poison subtyping Venusaur has. And he goes for a Leaf Blade again, and it doesn't really do much damage to my Togekiss. And here I do a mistake. I go for Ancient Power, but I should have just farmed down that Sceptile. And he comes back to his Togekiss, and he charms me down. So he is leading both switch advantage and shield advantage. I don't know what he has in the back yet. So here that it's going to be an ancient power. I shield because I don't know how much damage it would do to Typhlosion. and he switches to Alolan Muck. Alolan Muck, a very good pick. I will feature it in my next video or in any upcoming videos because I believe it is a very strong pick, but it is kind of costly. You need to power it up over around level 35, over level 35. I don't quite remember, but and unlock cost is like 50k. So I don't think Elon Monk is a really budget pick, and I strictly wanted to feature only a team with budget picks, and I ended up with this team. So he shields my crunch, and Dark Pulse will KO. It does a lot of damage to Gyarados. Surprisingly, I didn't know how much damage it does. It does 45, around 50% damage. So now I can go for Blast Burn, and Blast Burn KOs his Alolan Muck. And although he has Togekiss, I go for Blast Burn, but Shadow Claw damage killed his Togekiss. So I take game number 2. You can switch up the leads if you want. You can substitute one mon if you want. Both are okay. And match number 3 versus a Deep Little. He he's leading with Swampert. So again, it is a very positive matchup versus my Gyarados. Just look how much damage those Dragon Breaths are doing, and he switches to Registeel, and that is why I have Typhlosion and Gyarados. Now I don't know if you knew or not, but Gyarados wins against Registeel because it resists both Focus Blast and Flash Cannon, and you go straight Crunch and you win versus Registeel. And versus Typhlosion, you just need to shield one Focus Blast, I think, and you can just go for straight Blast Burn. Typhlosion I feel is better than Charizard because it isn't 4 times weak to rock. So a lot of time I can with get away by getting hit with ancient power, but versus Typhlosion I don't need to worry that much. And he goes for Focus Blast, and my Typhlosion tanks it, and I Shadow Claw him down. Now my Typhlosion has a lot of energy built up, and he comes back with Giratina, and I go for Blast Burn. Now here Charizard would be better, and I am going to feature a Charizard team because Charizard I feel is both have similar stats, both Charizard and Typhlosion, but Charizard has the superior typing with flying, but Charizard has Dragon Claw, which is a fantastic move versus Giratina and Co. So now I tank the ancient power. It does about 45%, and he switches to his Swampert, and I switch to my Gyarados because I want health on my Togekiss. I want to charm down that Giratina. Although I could beat that Swampert with my Togekiss, but I would need to burn shields. But with Gyarados, I don't need to burn any shield. I can Dragon Breath him down at this health. He goes for Hydro Cannon. It really doesn't do a lot of damage. Now, one threat Gyarados might have versus Swampert is if the Swampert is running Sludge Wave, but usually the Swampert is running Hydro Cannon and Earthquake. So that's that. Now he does have 2 shields, but I have Gyarados and Togekiss in the back, and it doesn't matter at this point. And he quits. And he quits. Oh man, I kind of feel bad for him. I I don't know why, but I think that matchmaking time it takes a bit of time for matchmaking over rank 9. And this time I am facing a Giratina lead. Now this is again a positive matchup for me In equal shields, Gyarados does win, but I will not shield the first Ancient Power. It is a Shadow Claw variant. It would have been more positive if that Giratina was running Dragon Breath. And just go for straight Crunch, and I have Hydro Pump in case in case I need to nuke someone, but I am not really sure if Hydro Pump is better or Outrage. I feel both have their own niches, but Crunch mandatory on Gyarados and Dragon Breath. Waterfall not very good. So now I come back with my Togekiss. I have both shield advantage and switch advantage now. Although I let my Gyarados go down, but now I farmed a lot of energy on my Togekiss. Now he does get the boost, but still my Togekiss just charms him down. And his last mon is Venusaur, and I know he's going to shield it, so I go for Ancient Power. And I notice now that it is a Razor Leaf variant of Venusaur. Vine Whip is the way to go. Razor Leaf not very good. Always run Vine Whip. And he has Swampert in the back, and I will go for Solar Beam now. This is so satisfying. Wait for it. Wait for it. Solar Beam! And it one-shots his Swampert, and I have so much energy, and Shadow Claw generates energy so fast that I can get to another Blast Burn. Now, if he had Vine Whip, he might have gotten off another Frenzy Time on his Venusaur, but because it's Razor Leaf, he couldn't, and I got to a Blast Burn again. This was basically a Typhlosion sweep after that, after his Giratina went down. So this is why I am using Typhlosion, because of that Solar Beam nuke. If I had Charizard, I'm not really sure if I would have won that match or not. But Charizard in Ultra League does tank a Hydro Cannon, so keep that in mind. Now match last game versus Inverted Starfish. Nice name, dude. And I get a Togekiss lead, shiny damage already to my heart, and I switch to my own Togekiss like last time. I need to get rid of his Togekiss, and I don't know if I missed one charm, because although I switched in, so I should lag by one charm, but I think that here I was lagging by two charms. So he comes back with Lick Snorlax, and I go for Ancient Power hoping for the boost, and he doesn't shield, and Lick just does so little damage that I can go for another Ancient Power. Now Lick Snorlax is good because it can just lick down Giratina. It can, if that's the origin form, I don't know if it can lick down the altered form, but it can lick down origin form and come out with 100 HP, 100 energy. So here he does a mistake. He goes for a Body Slam. My Togekiss was basically dead, but he still went for it. Now I am going to come back with my Gyarados, because Typhlosion is it's not frail, but I don't have enough courage on its bulk. So now he again goes for a Body Slam. It does what, 20-25%, quarter of my health, and I will Dragon Breath him down at this health. And I don't know what he has in the back. Oh, he comes back with Togekiss, and I haven't seen his third one yet. I go for Crunch, and he shields, and I switch to my Typhlosion instantly to get energy. And he has Charizard in the back, running double flyers. Now I will get off two Blast Burns because he let me farm so much energy on my Typhlosion. And I will get to another Blast Burn before even he gets to a Dragon Claw. and this blast burn will KO Charizard, and he will come back with Togekiss now, and one Shadow Claw will kill it. So this is the budget team I would I like to show you guys. And what I'm trying to say is, you don't really need to spend a lot of dust. You don't need to make Giratinas. You don't need to make very expensive mons to win in Ultra League, because after 2 weeks you're going to face Master League, and that is even more expensive than Ultra League. So hope you guys like this video. Subscribe and comment for more. This is Bhuvan Ahmed signing out.